Hello guys, I'm People of Plastic. In this video I'm going to create a little tutorial about how to mixing paints, how to painting principle, the technique I use for me in this case working with brushes. I'm going to show you the way I use. For me, the principal basis for painting acrylics, the other paint, enamel, lacquers, the only difference for me, in my opinion, is the pigment and base of that paint. If it was like a paint, you must use, for example, alcohol. For I'm going to show you a little examples for me. In this case, with this kind of paints, the Vallejo, I'm using water with a little bit of glycerin. The glycerin, it's a substance is going to break the tension of the liquid. You can use tepid water, or the most I recommend the must is the water with no substance, not directed to the font. Okay, distilled water is better because it's more pure and don't make some breaking tensions in the pigments of the paints, because of some paints are more have problems with the metals in the composition of the water, and this is why it's very important to use distilled water. If you don't have distilled water, it was very cheap, about 2 liters. It's very cheap. But if you want, you can use tap water. Put a little bit, some 20, 25 drops inside of a bottle like this. Shake very well the glycerin. The glycerin is the most important. Sorry, is to break the tension of the paint and more fluid to the paint. Okay, I'm going to show some examples I have here. Just a minute. I'm going to show you in different kinds of tapes of paints. For example, I have here Tamiya paints. Here's Vallejo, and the other paints, for example, AK, and other paints for me, other brands. You can use water for this kind. For in case of Tamiya, you can use water and little bit of alcohol too. Is very good. And for another paint, for this kind of paint, for example, this from the AK Real Colors, you can use alcohol because these are lacquer paints. Don't use water because it's going to thinner very well. The other paints for me are the best paints in finish, but because of the smell, some mothers can't use this kind of paints. Is this one the animal paint Zumbro? This paint is only used with a thinner. You must use this thinner or another cellulose thinner, enamel, another brand. This is for an example, but for to thinner this kind of paints enamel, you must use an enamel thinner, okay, or white spirit. It's the same base. Now I'm going to show you. You must, you can work with lots of paints. The brushes, you can use natural brushes with the bristles. You can use different kinds of brushes. For example, I have here different. I'm going to put some examples of brushes you can use. This type of kind here. I have here another one here. For example, this is the more cheap brushes you can see here. In this case, these are very hard, but you can do all paint with this kind of brush. These are very cheap. I use this for most for weathering, dry brushing, make some shapings. I use these ones for to more hard work. This kind of these are synthetic brushes. These are very soft. These are very good with different kinds of shapes. You can see. I'm trying to focus you. Focus. You can see the bristles. Okay. The other ones. Sorry, here, falling down here. Another one. I have here another ones. With these are very cheap brushes. Two synthetic brushes too. Okay. You can paint with many kinds of them. These are another ones. This is a flat brush. This is very good for more high superficies. This is the round. Okay. Now we are going to. I'm going to show you. It's possible to work with a hard brush and with a soft brush. I'm going to show you it is possible to work with different. The only difference is the shape of the work with the brush. Okay. Now I have here the paints for working. I'm going to in this case I'm going to do with acrylic paints. In this case from Vallejo. I'm going to show you how the colors and the way I solute. I'm going to put here a little bit of water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 drops of water with glycerin just to mixing a little bit. You can see here. Now I have here a little bit because I know I don't have here a little plastic. I have some spruce here to make a little demonstration. Just a minute. I have here a little bit of spruce. I'm going to put here for you guys to take. For example, I have here a little bit of spruce too. To give an example of the plastic, we are going to see here. I have here a little bit of spruce to take a test too. To see the difference in plastic. But for now, I have this little bit of wood to make the testing of the paints. Now we are going to. I'm going to demonstrate how I do the way. This is the way I work with paints. For me, it's very easy, and you are going to see. I hope it for sometimes for beginners it's very difficult to work with the paints. I'm going to show you it's not a big problem. It's with the practice along the years we can do very many things with paints and with a easy way. This is the way I'm going to show you. For example, I have here black paint and white paint. You can see This is for the base. Yeah, and I'm going to show you the difference. The colors they turn on in another color between a base of white and a base of black. You are going to see the color is going to change. I'm going to show you a little demonstration. I'm going to put here, I'm going to paint a little bit. I'm going to use my paint shaker. You can see in my channel. This is my paint shaker I create with a drill. It's very useful. You can see this is shake very well the paint. You can turn upside down, no problem. It's not falling down. It's shake very well the paint. It's about 1 minute the paint is ready. Now we are going to put one drop, just one drop of paint. In this case, we are going to put the black, and you are going to see. Now I'm going to prepare to the white. Just a minute. I'm going to shake a little bit. Okay. Now we are going to put here a white to create a base of white, one drop of white. Now you are going to see we are going to moisture, and we're going to put here a little bit of paper to clean. Sorry, I'm going to put here a little bit of paper to clean the brushes. Okay, now you just moisture a little bit, take the excess of water, and just mix. You are going to see you can take a little bit. Now I'm going to paint for you guys see the difference, the bases I'm going to do. Hello Lee, how you doing? Thank you for watching. I'm going to paint a little here. I'm going to put a little bit more of water to mix very well. And now I'm going to paint here the base in black, a little base in black. You are going to see the difference with the background of black and with the background of white. The colors are going to change. Okay, now I'm going to clean here my brush to don't contaminate it. The okay, so just wash here my brush to take the excess of paint. Now I'm going to have a little bit more of water here. Okay, now just take, now I'm going to create a base of white. Okay, now I'm going to paint here a base of white. You are going to see. Okay, just take the excess a little more. You are going to see the difference with the background of white and the background of black. Paints are changing the color base. Okay, now okay, just clean. Now you are going to see just almost dry here. Okay, just take the excess of humidity. Okay, because this is only a base. Now you can see we have a base of black and a base of white. You can see here. I'm going to put here my hand to make some contrast. You can see. Okay, now I'm going to do different colors. I'm going to use this one, the blue, the yellow, and the red. These are the primary colors. With these three colors, you can do thousands of colors. I'm going to show in another technique, but for now, we are going to start. I'm going to a little bit. I'm going to put here. Just take the excess of paint. Now I'm going to put here one drop of black. Oh, sorry, of blue. One drop of yellow, okay, and one drop of red. Just a little bit. One drop of red, okay. Just a minute because this is a little bit block out. Okay, now it's ready. I'll take one drop. Okay, you can see a little bit. And you can see one drop red, one drop blue, one drop yellow. Now we are going to see now a little bit of water. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now you are going to see the difference. I'm going to put here some water. This is for to clean the brush. I need a little more. Okay. Now you are going to see I just moisture take the excess. Now we are going to create the color of blue. Okay, now you are going to see this blue in a base of black. Okay, now we are going to see how much it change the color. Okay, I'm going to put a little more of blue. I need a little more. Okay, now it's more dark. And the technique I use is to take the excess, you can see here, take the excess of paint, and now we are going to paint here. You are going to see the difference with different backgrounds. You can see the blue. I'm going to clean the brush. Now you can see the difference with the background of black. The blue it's going to turn more dark You can see the color, the difference. This is the original color, but with a background of black, the color is going to change. This is very important when we are painting our models. The base color we are going to put on top is very important to define the difference of tones of colors. You can see is going to, with a background of black, is going to turning in a dark blue. And now I'm going to demonstrate the same color of blue in a background of white. You are going to see the difference. This is a white, exactly the same color. You are going to see the difference of blue. This is very important when we are going to work with colors. Just take a look the difference. The original color with a background of black and with a background of white, you can see the difference of the color. Here it's a very light color with the white in the background, and with the black it's turning in a dark blue, like a navy. You can use in the, for example, the American planes. Is the navy blue is this one, and this one is more light because the background is white. You can see the difference. Now I'm going to show you in another color. I'm going to paint the yellow, and you are going to see the difference. Just take the excess. I'm going to paint, in this case, in the base of the white color. You can see this is a technique very important because the we can change the because in this case I'm working with black and white, all the base colors for background, but you can use a different background. This is for only an example for you can see the changes of tones of the colors. Okay, now you can see the yellow. This is the yellow with a white base. You can see the difference. It's a very light color. And now I'm going to put the yellow again, but in the base of black, and you are going to see the difference of the yellow is going to turn the yellow. Now you can see the difference. This is the base color of yellow in the white background. You can see. I'm going to put here my hand for you guys to see better. You can see the background with a background of white, a very light color, but in a background of black is going to change the yellow. It's going to change like a green, an olive drab, because it's a technique. For example, to create olive drab, you use black and yellow, and you create a green olive. It's a tip for you guys when you want to create, for example, olive drab. You can do with the black and yellow. This is an example, okay? And you can see the difference. Background of white, background of black. Now we are going to paint the. Sorry, I'm going to take my brush. It's falling down. Just clean. Now we are going to see with a little bit. I'm going to just clean the water because it's a little bit dirty. I'm going to put some more clean water. Okay. Now take the brush to mix the red, and you are going to see now with a little bit of red in the white base. We are going to paint in the white base, and you are going to see the difference. Okay, just clean. Now we are going to paint in a black base, the same color, red, and you are going to see it's going to change. I give the example of the primary colors because you can see different kinds of paint, different tones. It's going to change every tones of colors. Now you can see this is the original color in a white base. Is going to create a very good color, very clear, and with a dark base is going to change like a rust color. You can do, for example, with black and red, you can do a rust color. You can see here the difference of painting. For example, these primary colors, blue, yellow, and red. With the background of black, you change the tone of the colors, and with the background of white is going to create a colors with different tones. This is a tip for you guys with changing the types. Now, just a minute. I'm going to only clean this little mess here. I need more paper. I have here. I'm going to just clean here. Don't create a little mess. Okay. Okay. It's only clean. Okay. Just a little product I have here to clean very well. Okay. Now it's ready for the other ones I have here. Now you can see the difference of tones. Here the three colors a base of white, here the three colors a base of black. This is a technique for base colors, okay? In this case, watercolors, we use the water to thinner. Now, I'm going to show you another technique where you guys see how I dilute the paints. In this case, I'm using water to dilute the colors, okay? Yeah, I'm going to show you. For example, here, direct in the hood with no base, you are going to see I'm going to paint different layers of painting, okay? Now we are going to use the red color. Now I'm going to put here some water here to dilute the paint. And now the technique I use is this one. I put the drop of paint, I put some water to dilute here. Then you take almost the excess of paint here by the side, and you can see the brush is a little bit of paint. Now you are going to paint here the first layer of paint. You are going to see is not a very good cover, but this is for base, okay, to create the first layer of paint, okay. And now I'm going to show you with in plastic the same technique, okay. Here the little bit of plastic, I'm going to show you. I'm going to create here 3 parts for you guys to see the different technique I use here for hood and here for plastic. It's the same technique. Now you are going to see I'm going to take a little bit of more paint. Just take the excess again. Always take the excess of the paint. It's like painting a model. This is a little. Now we are going to put the second layer of paint, and you are going to see it changing a lot, and you're going to see it's very easy to paint. Sometimes some will have a little fear of painting with brush. Painting with brush, for you can see it's easy. Only with soft and synthetic brushes, layer by layer, you are going to create a very good effect, and you can see no marks of bristles. Now a third layer of paint. Always take the excess, and now you are going to see the cover with the third layer of paint. Layer by layer, you are going to see the difference. Now I'm going to put one layer here, this side, for you compares with 3 layers, the color, okay? And you are going to see the difference of the cover layer by layer. I'm going to put here a little bit, and you are going to see the difference. One layer and 3 layers. You can see the cover, okay? Layer by layer, you are going to create a very good finish, a very good, you can see 1 layer in the left side, 3 layers in the right side, the difference of cover, okay? Now we are going to do the same test here in plastic. I'm going to put 1 layer in plastic. You are going to see here, this is the first layer, okay? Now I'm going to take the excess of paint. I'm going to put the second layer of paint. Always take the excess of the brush. You can see here, this now is plastic from the sprue to create the effect in the model. Now I'm going to put a little bit of more paint. You are going to see now is more dark. In this case, you I'm not doing the time for, you can see here the plastic layer by layer is going to dark more. The only difference is I'm going to apply the layers, but it don't dry layer by layer in between. Here it dries more fast because this is wood, okay? It's instantly to dry. For example, for creating effect of drying, I must put here a little paper, then paint again, and you are going to see if it dries, is going to, sorry, I'm trying to focus, is going to dry more fast, okay? But I'm not using the time. I just put here, I'm going to dry a little bit here, you are going to see. I'm going to use another color, for example, I'm going to use the blue color. You are going to see. In this case, I'm going to put here 1 layer here of paint. And now in the other one, I'm going to paint 3 layers and you are going to see the difference. Now I'm going to paint here 3 layers and you are going to see the difference. Now you can see the difference. One layer of paint, in this case blue, for example I go for it. Thank you for watching. Welcome to the stream. And you can see the difference in the paint. One layer in the left side and with 3 layers, more dark and more consistent. You can see the difference layer by layer in the paints. Okay. For example, the yellow one, I'm going to put now the yellow. You are going to see the difference with yellow. Okay. Now just clean my brush. Okay. Just take it a little bit here. Now we are going to see, I'm going to paint one layer of yellow. Okay. And now I'm going to paint 3 layers of yellow in the other side. This is the first one. Now I'm going to paint the second one. And now I'm going to paint the third coat. Now you are going to see is more cover, more clean. Sorry, here I hit the camera. Now you can see the difference. First layer of yellow, right, and 3 layers in the left side. You can see the difference in 3 colors. It changes the color. Here are in a natural wood base. In this case, the same colors with, in this case here, in the black background and the white background, you can see the changing of the color. Here, the blue in the background, it's turning very dark. I'm going to put here the blue for you guys to see. And you are going to see the difference in the blue. Because the hood absorbs the paint. And you can see the difference, the blue, okay? Is going to a dark blue with background of black. The other one, in this case the yellow, it turns in green like an olive drab. The red in black, it turns in the rust color. And the white, the same colors. It's light blue, a light yellow, and a light red. The colors change with different backgrounds. Here's without backgrounds, only in layers of paint. You can see the difference. Okay. This is a little sample for you guys to demonstrate. Now I'm going to clean a little bit here the plastic because some plastics have some oil. I'm going to put some wash detergent here to clean the plastic to create more efficiency in the paint. And we are going to see Okay. Now I have here the letters. You are going to see, I'm going to put here a bit of detergent to clean. In this case, I'm going to take the excess of the oil mixture. Is they get put in the spot. It is like the dismolding oil the spruce have. I use industry, and we just clean. Okay, a bit more of paper to clean very well. Now we are going to testing. For example, I have here some letters you can see here in the plastic, and I'm going to show you how to create a very fast wash. For example, for these first ones, the numbers, and the others for the letters. I'm going to how to create a wash, and then to create with the same color a dry brush. You are going to see the different effects. Okay. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to use a different brush. I'm going to use a more hard brush for this kind. And for a wash, I'm going to use a small one I have here. This is more small, you can see, for a wash. And now I'm going to show you how to create a wash very quickly. For example, you can create a wash in this case water-based colors. The percentage, the ideal percentage for me is 95%. In this case, for a 10 millimeter, for example, of paint, this bottle they have about just a minute. I have here. This is about. You can see 70 millimeters. I'm going to put a ratio of 10 millimeters. For example, in 10 millimeters, a ratio. In this case, you can put one drop of paint. For example, I'm going to do here one drop of paint, in this case of, oh no, I'm going to use a different one. For example, the yellow. Oh, I have here the black. The black is more to put here. This case, you are going to see one drop. You see here one drop of paint, and now we are going to put 9 drops of water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 drops. You can see here the difference, 9 drops. Now we are going to mix very well, and you are going to see a very diluted washes. For me, this is the very good ratio, 95%, to create a wash. And if you like, you can do in a wash, in this case water base. You can, I'm going to show you a little trick. This is wish detergent. You can put 1 drop it, not more, no less, 1 drop of detergent. This is going to break the tension and more fluid the wash in the part you are working. Okay, just mix very well, and you can see I'm turning here my, and you can see the fluid getting down. Now I'm going to put a little bit of this wash, take the excess. I'm going to put here and you are going to see the capillarity of the wash. You can see very easy, very fluid, and very good effect. You can see for me is the very good ratio to create a wash. Now you can see the very good effect. You can compare to the other side. 95% of ratio. 9 drops of water, 1 drop of paint, mix very well. A little drop of detergent to break the tension, and you have a very good wash. If you like, you just take the excess. If you like, just clean the brush, pass a little bit to take the excess, to correct the forms of the wash, and you can see a very good effect. Efficient wash. Now we are going to do the dry brushing. It is very easy to, no problem. I'm going to show you. These are the basic techniques for painting and weathering. This is very good for beginners to start and having fun with models. I'm going to share you my knowledge. This is the techniques I use. Now we are going to put here the same thing. I'm going to use the same thing, the black too, but in this case I'm going to use 1 drop of paint, no water, because this is dry brushing, and we are going to put here the dry brushing in the other side. I'm going to take here, you are going to see I taking here the paint with the brush. I'm going to take almost the excess of paint here in the paper, and a big help for you guys to see the point of dry brushing. You take almost the excess of paint of your brush, you put here in your finger, pass a little bit, and you can see in my finger the paint. If is too much, you must clean more the brush. Okay, this is how you can control your dry brushing. Okay, take the excess, almost excess of paint. You need a little bit of paint, no more. Okay, just take the excess. Now you are going to a few passes, very soft, with in this case a hard brush for dry brushing. Now you can see the difference. In the right side, a wash. In the left side, a dry brush. You can see the difference of effect. The dry brushing is taking, you can see the difference of tones and the details. Pop-ups details in dry brushing. On the details you are seeing. The wash in the right side here in the numbers is creating shadow in the background. Is the difference of dry brushing. And this is, for example, with a black, but you can use with any color. I'm going to show you. I'm going to just clean here the brush, and I'm going to show you how to create with another color. For example, I'm going to take here a little paint of yellow, and you can do a dry brushing with any color, no problem. I'm going to put here another dry hard. For example, you can see I have here a little bit of paint. Now I'm going to clean the brush very well, take the excess of paint, you can see, and now just take a little bit here, and you can see with a little bit of yellow you can do a dry brushing with any color. In this case we are using yellow just for an example, okay? You can do with any color. Now you can see a dry brushing with yellow. You can see the difference. I'm trying to focus, sorry. Now you can see with yellow a different effect of dry brush. The other side is wash, it's shadow, and here dry brushing creates details. Very simple techniques with very and awesome effects for your models. Here in plastic, and here the techniques with different backgrounds. You can turn on the effect of the colors with a background of white, in this case D3, and D3 in the background of black. The same colors change the tones. It is very important to paint the models, okay? Now I'm going to show you, for example, I have here, in this case, in the background, I'm going to show you how to paint very well without problems. In this case, I'm going to use a black base, and you are going to see I'm going to use a different color, for example, a green. I have here a green, and you are going to see I'm going to take a little bit of green, and you are going to see I'm going to take this as here. I need a little water. Okay. Just to dilute very well the paint. Now we take the same technique. We take the excess of the paint, of the bristles of the brush. Then we are going to paint. In this case, we are going to paint green in a black background. And this is, I'm going to put here a little more of paint. This is the first layer, okay? With the very important is the kind of brush you use. Synthetic brush, very soft. is the ideal for painting with no marks and to fluid very well the paint. Okay, now we are going to put another layer, in this case the second layer. Take the excess, all the same technique. Now we are going to see, this is the first layer, you can see. Okay, now we are going to put here the second layer. Okay, just dry a little bit. Now in the other side I'm going to paint another one for to create three different parts of layers. Okay, now we have, I'm going to paint the third one. Okay, for you to compare the difference of layers. Okay, you are going to see, now I'm going to put only one layer for you guys to see the difference. Okay, now you can see the difference here, one layer here, here three layers, and the other one two layers. You can see the very difference with the layers, the color, the same background in black, but different layers. One layer, three layers, two layers of paint. Layer by layer, you are going to create. Okay, guys, this is some tips for you guys to paint your models, and for beginners. This is my knowledge about my years about painting with brush. This is my experience, and this is for me is basic to painting with brush. You don't need no problems, and you can see it's very good effects to create. And the techniques of washing and dry brushing, you can see you can do with any paint very fast with no problems for working. You can see the tip. In this case now I'm going to paint with a little bit of yellow, and you are going to see I'm going to paint now this part with the first layer of yellow, and you are going to see it's very easy. In this case is plastic. Okay, okay, this is the first this is first layer, sorry, of paint. Now we are going to do another one. Just try a little bit. Now I'm going to do a second layer of paint. You are going to see the difference. It's going to take more cover. and layer by layer is going to be better effect. Okay, now you can see with the second layer is better. Okay, now just clean my brush to put the now we are going to do the third layer. You are going to see the difference. Now with the third layer is going to make more contrast. Okay, just clean my brush. Another technique, if you want, for example, to take the excess here with some parts here, some little of details, you just clean very well the brush, and with the dry brush just pass here in the paint very soft, and you are going to create a very good finish. With a dry brush, take the excess, and you are going to see is going very well. Always with the soft and synthetic brushes. This is very important. Okay, guys. Now you can see the finish. It's very good. I'm trying to focus. Sorry, guys. Sometimes it's not easy. I'm trying to focus because now you can see I take the excess of paint, and you can see is going to create a more good finish. You can see. This is some tips for you guys. For the other ones, beginners, we are going, yeah, they are going to start with painting models. It's not very difficult. You can see with simple techniques, you can always work with the paints. Now I'm going to a little demonstration more. In this case, I'm going to use, for example, enamel paints. You can see with enamel paints, and for example the other ones I just tell I have here the lacquer paints. For example, to dilute this you are going to use alcohol, okay, or the right thinner, the AK in this case, but I not have the AK. I'm going to use the alcohol. You can use here, I have here this one I have in this bottle. This is 75% of alcohol. and this is one is more strong. This is 96. Okay, you can do the two. This is no, it's not more less aggressive. This is a little more, but the two is going to diluting the. Now I'm going to demonstrate for you guys to see. Okay, I'm going to show you to dilute here and to painting a little bit. Here I'm going to shake a little bit. In this case, the lacquer paint. I'm going to use this one. This is the color light green. This is for only for example. I'm going to take a little bit of paint I have here. I'm going to just mix very well here the pigments, okay, because these are a little more intense pigment. It's like enamel, the lacquers. It's have the same characteristics. The pigment is going to down, and we must mix very well. Okay. Now we just put here a little bit here of paint. Okay. Just put here. Now we are going to put a little bit of alcohol here. Okay. I only put here, you can see, 3 drops of alcohol. You can see I'm mixing with 75%. This is not more, this is less aggressive, and you can see it mixes very well. I put 1 drop of paint, 3 drops of thinner, in this case alcohol, because they are lacquer. Okay, now we are going to just to demonstrate to paint a little bit. Okay, I'm going to use this here in the hood, and you are going to see it's going to paint very well, no problem. You can see we are painting in wood with lacquer paints. Okay, with a very soft brush. In this case, is going to absorb very well, but we can do another layer. In this case, the second layer. Okay, and because it's wood, the wood is going to absorb because it's have the alcohol, the wood absorbs. For the other one, we can use this part of plastic to paint a little bit with the lacquer paint, and you are going to see I can paint here. I can paint here some in the plastic. I'm going to use a little bit more of alcohol, in this case 96, because it is more hard. You are going to see the difference. Okay, In this case, the 96 is more strong, dilutes better. Now you can see. I'm going to put a little more here. And you are going to see the cover is better. I give you the possibility to use different alcohols, but for me, in my opinion, the 96 alcohol is better because it's more strong, dilute more well in this case of the lacquer paints. Okay, now you can see the finish is better. You can see here. I'm going to put here in the background for you to see, but it's very good, the finish of the lacquer paint. Now you can use here. Is going to paint with no problem. You can see it's painting better. This case are plastic. Okay, this is with lacquer paints. You are going to paint with no problem. Okay, now you can see this is for lacquer paints. Okay, now I'm going to clean this little mess from to have no problem. Okay, now we are going to now I'm going to clean a little bit here the bristles of the brush to take. Okay, take out the excess of paint. Okay, now just clean here little mess. Now we are going to test another paint, in this case the enamel paints, because they are more strong. Okay, now we are going to take a little bit of the enamel paints. Okay, now we are going to take this out. Now we just mix very well. I have a mixer that I don't have now. I'm going to mix very well, and you can see the paint is, the pigment is movement, is going to mix very well. In this case, we are going to take a little bit of paint, one drop, and you are going to see enamel paint for me are the best, but have the problem of the smell. They are very strong, but in finish for me are the best paints. I have here along 30-40 years, and you can see a paint with 40 years and 10 years, and is ready for painting, no problem. Now I'm going to dilute do this oral thinner because they are animals, and we must put here a little bit here. Okay, because these are very strong. Sorry. We must dilute very well the enamel paints, and you can see this is very well. These are very good paints, no doubt. Now I'm going to take a little bit of paint, take the excess, and I'm going to demonstrate here. In this case, I'm going to paint with enamel paints. Now we are going to see this is the first layer. You can see now I'm going to paint a little bit more, and the layer by layer is going to more dark. You can see this is the difference of finish of enamel paints. They are very, very, very good. Very different paints compares to the others, the water base. But they have the problem of the smell, and they are very strong, very aggressive. These are the we are going to put here a little bit more. And you can see now I'm going to take a little bit more of paint to create a more dark color. Okay. And you are going to see the finish of that paint are totally different. They are very good. Now I'm going to paint with a little more paint. You are going to see the finish is totally different. Now just take a look of this. It's very, very different about the other paints. And if you like to paint here, you are going to see I'm going to paint in the base of the yellow. You are going to see the difference. Now you can see in the base of yellow, the other in the base of black, changing the color. I'm going to take a little bit more to create more pigment. And you are going to see is going to be more dark color. Okay. Without doing a mess, you must take care with this paint because they are very strong. Okay. Now just take a look. Now this is more strong paint, and you are going to see the difference of the finish. Now just take a look of this, the finish of this, totally different. I'm going to paint here a little more. No doubt the enamel paints are the best finish. You can see more paint and less paint in different layers. You can see. You just push the paint with a brush. Is going to create the effect we need. Okay, now I'm going to push here the paint, and you can see the letters better. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to focus. Going to put my hand in the background. Now you can see the finish is totally different. This is enamel paints. Are for me the best finish. Now we are going to just clean here. Okay. Okay. And you need a little bit of thinner here. Okay. Now just clean here very well. No problem. Just clean the brush. I'm going to wash with a little bit of soap. This is very good, very clean. Okay. Now just clean the brush. Okay. I'm going to point this part here. Okay. Sorry. I'm just taking. Sorry for the camera. I'm just put the camera in the right place. Okay, guys. This is for now. Hope you like the tutorial about some paints. The techniques I use, very simple. You can see, and for weathering, dry brush, you wash. Hope you liked. If you liked the video, make some comments, subscribe to the channel, make thumbs up. It helps me a lot for my channel. I hope you like the content. This is some techniques to use with paints. This is a little bit tutorials for beginners and for the other guys who have some difficulties to paint with brush, because this is all my experience in my models, and some techniques we use in the different backgrounds, white and black, and turning the colors using like painters, and the different layers. You can see the effects. Okay. See you guys. Thank you for watching. Go for it. Lee, thank you for coming to my stream. I'll see you in another one. I'm going to put some more videos. Hope you like this one. This is for now. Thank you guys. I'm going to change the camera. Bye guys, see you next video. All the best. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye guys. I'm turning on.